buddy. Stay there. I gotta tell you, man, driving through this Dixie National Forest is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I came this way. We're on top of this 9,000 foot mountain right now. I was at like 4,500 down at the bottom. This is really cool. My gosh, look at this. Man, you can smell the pine up here. It's a lot cooler up here too. It's like in the 40s. Down there is in the 60s. Man, this is freaking gorgeous. Man, I had no idea this was here. This forest, this elevation in Utah. I mean, southern Utah anyway. Man, look at this mountain. It's even higher. I bet you that's a 10,000 foot mountain. We're at 9720 right now. More free range cattle. They're off the road this time. Hey cows, stay off the road, man. Tell your buddies. A lot of people riding their road bikes up here. I bet this is a hell of a workout, man. Climbing this big mountain. I couldn't do it. There's really no bike lanes for them either, so you gotta kind of like slow down and pass with care. There's a lot of curves. 9,800, still climbing. Think we'll hit 10,000? Summit, 9,600 feet. My watch says 9,900. Wow, look at all that rain. Got a wildfire over there and a bunch of rain coming to put it out. That's pretty awesome. Guy or big girl. This is why you don't drink the stream water around here, folks. Cattle everywhere, free to go wherever the hell they want. So check out camp tonight. The sunset over here in a few minutes. I'm in this beautiful public camping area. It's a BLM, stands for Bureau of Land Management. They have stuff like this all over the state, but it's free. All right, so you saw the sunset, hopefully. I tried to time lapse that. We'll see if I did it right. If not, whatever, it's still pretty. Here's camp tonight. No hiking tonight. I've been driving all day. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'll talk more about that today's drive after this loud water boiling thing is finished. But I'm boiling water tonight. I'm having the Peak Refuel chicken pesto pasta. So the Italian one last night was pretty good. The pasta, rigatoni, sausage, Italian sauce, whatever. It's pretty tasty. We'll see how this goes tonight. But yeah, here's my dinner view. Absolutely perfect evening in southern Utah. Oh, by the way, I'm at Escalante Grand Staircase National Monument. It's about an hour, well, 65 miles from Capitol Reef, but actually about 80 miles or something like that. But it was about a 3-hour drive because such beautiful windy roads. You stop and take pictures like every 10 minutes it seems, or even sooner, even more often. But it was such a wonderful, wonderful drive today, and I'll definitely put some clips of that in this video. But yeah, let's get that to boiling and get this to marinating for about 10 minutes, and we'll get back and talk about today's drive. Oh my gosh, look beyond the sunset over there. So freaking gorgeous. How's it look over here? Little pinks back there, purples. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about today's drive a little bit. I'll probably show a lot of video over this talking here. But it started out when I left Capitol Reef National Park. It's beautiful just driving through that place, but just even leaving is beautiful. There's a little town about 10 miles away called Torrey, Utah, or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but that's close. I stopped there for a little bit of gas, and I actually sat in that parking lot for about a half hour just planning my next stop, because I had internet service there. I didn't have any internet service in the park. In that little town 10 miles over, there was reception, so that was cool. I was able to map out my trip today. Yeah, I actually bought a map, a Utah State Parks road map, and I traced out like the highways, not knowing how beautiful this highway was going to be. But I traced out my route to get down to this area, and it's right on the way to Bryce Canyon as well, I saw, which I'm going to next. Maybe, if not tomorrow, then the next day. But Highway 12, oh my gosh. You get out of that little town outside of Capitol Reef, and you eventually get to the Dixie National Forest, which is a giant freaking mountain. You go up
Man, you
elevation.
can smell the
Capitol
pine
Reef
up
is
here.
like 4,500 elevation, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it's in the 4s, a little less than 5. I'm pretty sure that's the visitor center area. But you know, there's canyons and gorges. Who knows? But anyway, you climb this mountain in the Dixie National Forest. I mean, it was like up for like an hour it seemed, because you're going slow and then pulling off to taking pictures and looking at views and whatnot. It was almost 10,000 feet. The summit sign said 9,600. My GPS said had like 99 something. But I don't know. It was up there, but it was a 20-degree difference. It was like in the 60s down Capitol Reef, but up there it's like in the mid 40s. But beautiful lush green forests up there. There's open range cattle. Well, you don't drink the water around here in the streams. I have filters, you know, back in the Midwest or anywhere else I go. I filter my water out of the stream and I can drink it.
Stay there.
But here, man, there is cattle everywhere. I mean, walking on the highways, they're like all over. There are no fences. They're just free range freaking cattle. They're all tagged. They must have GPS markers on their ear tags. I don't know, but they're just all over freaking highways, roads. I'll show. Hopefully, I got some footage. I'll show you some. Man, they're everywhere. But anyway, that was kind of different. But anyway, on the top of the Boulder Mountain in the Dixie National Forest, I stopped for a good view, and turns out there was a wildfire down there that it's been going on for like a week now almost. There was like a sign explaining to what fire it is, and as luck would have it, there was a mass. I mean, it was raining like the entire mountain trek. It was rain, not hard, but just like, you know, you could see rain off in the distance over the valley. There's like a light wiper, you know, on my cars most of the day today when I was on that mountain anyway. But man, you could see like this thunderstorm just moving right over top of the smoke and the fire. It was like, oh my gosh, hopefully this will help put it out, right? And I was able to witness that, but who knows, man? I don't know. But the sign said the fire started with a lightning strike on September 14th, so it was about a week ago, not quite a week ago. But they're letting it burn. They're not trying to let it out, but they're like preventing it from spreading by doing some things around the perimeter of it. But anyway, that was neat to see. I'm glad nobody was hurt or it's not having any property damage.
A bunch of rain coming to put it out.
Burning the desert basically is what's happening down there.
That's pretty awesome.
But nobody was in danger, so they're just letting it burn until it kind of fizzles out on its own while they can contain it. What else? Okay, we got out of the Dixie National Forest, and the next stop was Escalante. And that's I'm not in the National Monument Park now. In fact, it's like right behind me is the entrance. There's a town called Escalante. It's about 5 miles that way. Over under the pink right now. In fact, I went to town to get a little bit of gas and you know, use the restroom. And I asked the guy at the gas station where's a good place to camp, like BLM lands. He goes, oh, 5 miles up, hole in the rock road. I go, oh my gosh, I passed out on the way here. So yes, I knew exactly where it was. But man, it's just like tons and tons of little dirt roads like this out here. They just meander all throughout this entire valley here. There's people camped up, you know, some of the spots back behind me a little ways, but there's nobody around me right here. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, the road driving through Escalante, it's called Escalante Grand Staircase National Monument. I don't think it's a single staircase or a single monument. The entire thing is a monument. I think, if I'm understanding that correctly. But I'm sure there are specific sites to see there, and I'm going to research that tomorrow and maybe drive around. And I got to check more of this place out. It's so freaking amazing. But I don't know. I'll show some highlights of video and pictures that I took today, just stopping in awe like so many times. Then, you know, timed perfectly for me to get back to this area, like right about an hour and a half before dark. So I was able to set up my car for camping, for sleeping in again, and set up camp and get dinner ready. Took a bunch of cool pictures of this area. But I tell you what, man, this vacation is awesome. When I did this kind of a similar thing 2 years ago, but I'm trying to hit some different spots this time, except Bryce. I want to go back to Bryce. I was at Bryce for one night a couple of years ago. I was like in and out, in late, almost dark, left the next morning. I didn't really give it the attention it deserves. So I'm actually going to give it the attention it deserves this time because it's a beautiful park. But I'll do that in the next couple days. But I'm going to check out Escalante for at least tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to be right back here tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure. I mean, this is freaking amazing. But I don't know. When I first left on this vacation this year, I was kind of not really as excited as I was 2 years ago. Not because I'd already been here. I knew it was going to be awesome, but I don't know. Like 2 years ago, my car was brand new, so I just bought it. It's like my new toy, taking it on a road trip. There were other things going on in my life that was very exciting. I was on top of the world in so many ways. this time is a little different. You know, I've had my car a few years. My life has changed, you know, in the last 6 months, relationship wise. But anyway, so I wasn't really that as excited this year, but now that I'm here, I'm pretty damn glad I'm here. It's kind of a good way to get myself back. So I love it. Anyway, I'm going to eat and hit the sack.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down.
Hey, good morning. So I'm actually not very far down the road from where I stayed last night in that BLM land. This is Escalante Petrified Forest State Park, I believe is what it's called. It's just a nice little glamping place. I needed a place to relax. I'm just going to do some little bit of day hiking in this park today. I think there might be some mountain biking trails back up over them hills somewhere. I got to go find those. But just kind of having a nice little home base here today and tonight, just to relax. Plus they have down there they have a nice showers, bathhouse, you know, amenities. Something I need after 3 or 4 days of being in the backcountry. So good day to relax, take a deep breath, and actually relax on vacation instead of just go. But you know me, I love the go. But there's a lot of like RV type things here, but there's one tent area. You park right there by the lake. You just walk right up here. I mean, it's small. The sites are pretty close together. There is a water source here for everybody to share, but I'm the only one here. Here's a site. I mean, they all have their own private shelter structure with a picnic table, fire pit. There are 6 sites here. I chose the furthest one back. I mean, if I do end up with a neighbor, he's going to be literally right beside me there. But honestly, if anybody else does come, I doubt if they choose that one right beside me unless it's the last one. But here's home base. Got a picnic table. Nobody behind me. Big wall with trees. Fire pit, which I will not use. Got my tent set up, my Durston Gear X-Mid Pro 2. Here's a view from camp. Not bad at all for a little relaxing spot to camp and relax this evening. But I'm gonna get out of here right now. I gotta put my pass on here. I'm gonna hop in the car, maybe go into town and get some lunch, because the town of Escalante is just right up the highway a couple miles, not very far. I heard there were mountain biking trails like in this park. That's why I came here, but they said that they don't have them here. I'm like, what? Like their website has people mountain biking. But she said maybe back behind there are trails, and I've seen on the map there are trails up there, so you must not be able to access them directly from the campgrounds here for this official camp, this official state park. But I'm gonna drive down the road a little bit, see if I can get back up to the mountain biking trails. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna make lunch right here. I packed my cooler full of goodies for the trip. lunch meat. I don't know, it's basic standard lunch stuff, but I did try to throw a few vegetables in here to try to put a few decent things in my body once in a while this trip. Got some spinach, carrot chips, I don't know, in your standard sodium and processed crap, but I don't know, it's nice to be able to eat a sandwich here. Plus I have over here I have dry goods. Show you that. I got this bin that I keep bread, chips, miscellaneous oatmeal. I got peanut butter and jelly down there. Haven't opened the jelly yet, it'll go in the cooler when I do. We got some Oreos hiding down there, some mixed nuts, coffee, canned chicken. I got plenty of food. I don't really have to go out to eat anywhere, and I haven't yet. I've been eating out of my car so far. Third day of the trip. So far, so good. As far as drinks go, I just been drinking water out of my Nalgene. I don't buy like the little single serving cases of bottles. I buy like the gallon jugs. I got about 3 or 4 gallons dispersed throughout the back of this car in various places. But also for snacks, I got this cooler up front here I keep. I got a few Gatorades and some Starbucks drinks in here. Just a second. Got the necessary snacks. Candy bars, giant cookies. Then under there I got some Gatorades and some Starbucks cold drinks. For when I was on the road and I needed some caffeine boost. But yeah, so that's my lunch setup in the car. As you can see, man, it's like total chaos right now. But when I first started this trip, everything was neatly in its own place. But after 3 days on the road, it's explosion, man. It's everywhere. But each time I leave, I try to organize it again. That way I'm back to somewhat of a good shape. It's not total chaos, but all right, let's eat. I gotta say, having these little carrot chips dipped in a little ranch, nice little treat. But one thing I'm missing with this lunch, a very vital piece that I forgot to put on this plate before walking up here, Oreos. I mean, really, great lunch and all, but I forgot the Oreos. Bummer. But you know what? It's good lunch. I'm not tired of the ham and turkey sandwiches yet. I'm about 3 days in now. I don't have them for dinner, but I have them for lunch, typically. Dinners, I've been eating freeze-dried meals. Just buy them like in a pouch, add boiling water, let them sit for 10 minutes, and instant dinner. I had one of those last night at my car camping site, and had one the night before when I was backpacking in Capitol Reef National Park. I brought other things. I brought some like quinoa and rice packets. And I brought some like canned diced chicken, so I can mix that together, spice it up. Have like a quinoa chicken type dish. Might do that tonight. But anyway, lunch is done. There's still time for Oreos at the car. But I'm gonna go find that mountain biking loop now. Come along. Also, you wanna know how you can tell there are no bears in the area? They have trash cans like this. the more you know. Well, I'm finally here. This was kind of quite an adventure getting to this point, but I'll talk about that later. But I'm at the Eagle View mountain biking trail in Escalante, Utah. I'm just outside of the town of Escalante, right next to the edge of the actual Escalante Grand Staircase National Monument Park. But yeah, I'm camping at the Escalante Petrified Forest State Park, about 6 or 7 miles down the road, but I thought I'd do some mountain biking today. Apparently this trail goes for 6 or 7, I don't know, we'll see how low it goes, but it actually goes back to my campground, but there's no access from my campground, so I had to drive. Kind of weird. It's up above my campground. It kind of attaches to their hiking trails way up there, but there's no mountain bike access from the campground, so I had to drive over here. Anyway, I'm gonna give it out, check it out, see how far I can go. I don't know, there's really no goal here. Just having some fun, so come along. Hopefully this works out okay, because I did not bring any way to secure this GoPro onto me, so I'm going to try to use this tripod to put it on my strap here. We'll see how it works. Pushing already. Too slippery. Sliding on the rocks. State park boundary. Biking to the right. All right. Let's give this another shot. Still on this old road. Kind of a cool view though. I think it eventually goes up pretty high. It's kind of an intermediate trail. It's not easy, it's not hard, so we'll see how it goes. I did bring 5 liters of water, 2 of which have the Element drink mix powder for electrolytes, a lot of salt to replenish. Gone a half mile so far. That was quick. Okay, so this was the shortest mountain bike of my life, mountain biking trip of my life. I start going up this hill over here. Around that corner up there, man, it goes up really high, really steep. I mean, you gotta push, you can't ride it. And there's a sign here. Expert riders only. Rating difficult. I was only going to go up to here, then over this way by my campground, then turn around and come back. I wasn't going to try this whole thing. That's just crazy. I was going to go a couple miles this way, then come back. I never even barely made it around up to that corner up there. I mean, there's like sheer drop-offs, and that's pushing your bike up. Now coming down, I mean, I'd definitely be pushing coming down too, because I'm not riding down those drop-offs on one side. I don't know, I think it's just a little above my pay grade. Plus I see there's cougars up here, rattlesnakes. I mean, I'm not afraid of that, they're nocturnal, but I think I'm bit off more than I can chew here. I'm out here to enjoy this, not like kill myself or struggle. So I think I'll put the kibosh on mountain biking in this part of Utah. I'm definitely going to head to Bryce Canyon probably tomorrow. I know of a good one there that I went 2 years ago, so I might hit that lake again, Navajo Lake Trail. I might do that on my way to Bryce tomorrow. So, but tomorrow morning I will go up and walk the petrified forest trails at my campground. So there's about a mile or two of hiking. I'll check that out before I take off, and I'll put that on video. So thanks for coming along on the shortest biking trip I've ever had in my life. Peace. And just like that, we done. So I'm back at the campground for the night. The sun just set. You probably can't see it, but kind of bright on the horizon over there. It just tucked beneath the little mountains over there about 15 minutes ago. I want to wrap up today. I want to tell a story that I didn't tell in my biking video earlier. When I took off from that biking, on the biking trail, that was my third time getting to that trailhead today. The first time I went down there and I realized I forgot my sunscreen. Idiot. I had it here in my tent. What the hell? Why is it in my car? Anyway, I came back, got my sunscreen, went back to the trailhead. And this is a remote trailhead. There's like nobody there. It's not popular at all. There's like just the middle of nowhere. I was the only person there the first time, but on the way back, I come across these two older ladies. I say older than me. I mean, they're like in their 60s. I don't know, 60s, 70s maybe. I don't know how old they were, but they were kind of waving me down. They were like, "Wait, hey." They were by this house, so I thought they lived there. And there was a truck in the driveway, so I thought it was their truck. I thought maybe she was telling me not to go back there or something. I was like, whatever. So I'll see what she wants. So this whole time I'm thinking she lives there, right? So then she comes up. She's like, "Do you know where the Petrified Forest Campground is, the state park?" I go, "Yeah, I just came from there. I'm going over here to mountain bike to go back there maybe." But she's like, "We hiked from there and we are so lost." No. She didn't say hiked yet. This was the misunderstanding. She said, "We're just trying." All she said was, "We're trying to get back to the Petrified Forest State Park." I go, "Yeah, it's like 10 minutes away. It's real easy." I'm like, "You just go down this road about a mile, turn right. It takes you right to the highway, and you're right there. From the highway, you can find it easily." And they looked at me kind of confused. I said, 5 minutes, you'll be right back at the highway. She's like, they're got me confused. They were like, "What? Okay." Then they just start walking down the road, and I'm like, "Oh, whoa, wait a minute. You're on foot. You're hiking." She's like, "Yes." They're like, I go, I'm sorry. I thought that was your house, or I thought that was your truck in this person's house that wasn't home. Anyway, it turns out nobody was home there, and or something. I can't remember what went on there, but they couldn't get a hold of anybody. But it's the only house, and you could see from anywhere. But so I said, "Hey, I'm taking you guys back." Get in the car. In the car, and I go, "Wait a minute, there's no room for people in here." I got my bike. I got everything for my trip. I got just piled up. Kind of mayhem at the moment. It used to be pretty neat when I started, but now that I've been using it, it's kind of chaos. So I said, "Screw it, man." So I just started piling things up on top of my bike. I cleared out the front seat. I cleared out a seat in the back for the two ladies. They hopped in, and I brought them back here to the campground. They were so grateful, so thankful. They were trying to pay me. I was like, no. I will never take money from you. They were like, "We'll just pay it forward then." So they were really grateful. I got them back to, they have a rental car here. They said they were from Pennsylvania, but they just went up into these hills for a day hike and went up into the hiking trails up there. And they eventually took a wrong turn and ended up on that mountain biking trail I mentioned in my biking video earlier. They walked the entire mountain biking trail over to the trailhead where I was at, and down the trailhead and down this road. I mean, they were out of the state park walking down this desert road way away from the camp here, the opposite direction, like 6 miles away. So I don't know, man. I put a Facebook post on, a lot of you commented on it, but it's a story of like being at the right place at the right time. If you believe in reasons for, things happening in a certain sequence of events, like that was I was delayed getting to that biking trail. I wanted to be there much earlier in the afternoon because I was just Googling and trying to figure out logistics and where it was. Apparently mountain biking is pretty hard around here because they don't want you messing up the environment, which I totally agree with. So you can only do roads. But I found actual trails on Google, and they're right up here behind this park. So I was heading up there, but then the sunscreen thing happened, and come find out, at the end of the day, I ended up going back the third time to actually do my mountain biking. And that's where that story started, or the little short mountain biking trip I did. But anyway, I was very happy to rescue, I don't know if it was rescue, but to help out. I mean, they didn't look like they were about to die, but I don't think they had any water left. But I think they would have found help eventually. There is, a few houses way down that road. It's not like it's empty desert, but and they were probably a 2 mile. If they'd have kept walking, they'd been to the town in a couple miles. But I don't know. But I was glad to help them out. But anyway, that was my feel good story of the day. But it's getting dark now, so I'm gonna, I don't know, just relaxing, doing some video editing, looking at videos, checking the web. I do have service here. On this trip, service is few and far between, but I'm really close to this town, Escalante, so there's service here. But anyway, tomorrow is Bryce Canyon and some actual mountain biking, so can't wait. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, I think. No, it's Wednesday the 20th. Already losing track of days. That's great. Slept good last night. That campground back there, the Petrified Forest State Park campground, the area I was in was all brand new shower house, brand new shower bathroom building. The tent pads I was on were brand spanking new. I don't think anybody ever used that fire pit that I had there, but I never used it. But you saw the shelter, the picnic tables. Man, that was awesome. It was great. I had a really good stay there. Nice relaxing day yesterday. I had a lot of running around, errands, and rescuing people in the desert, stuff like that. But other than that, it was pretty relaxing. As in, I wasn't like killing myself all day out in the backcountry. But anyway, I got an early start. Oh, a bummer is I was in this Petrified Forest State Park. There's trails back there to go see this petrified wood. It's basically old ancient trees that were, I don't know how many thousands or millions of years ago. I have no idea where these trees grew, but they were sucked into the ground, and at the perfect timing, some kind of chemistry going on to where oxygen never got to them to decompose them. So they're buried for, eons. And then with the way the Earth's crust moves and whatnot, creates all these canyons and all this stuff when there's uplift. Well, these trees are now exposed, but they never did decay. So they're just like old ancient trees that are just, they're not alive, they're dead. But anyway, I never got a chance to go up there. With all the running around I did yesterday, I didn't have a chance. I was hoping to mountain bike, which I couldn't, which you saw that story. So my plan was this morning to go up there and check them out this morning before I left. But I don't know, I got antsy. I wanted to leave. I want to get to Bryce Canyon to see if I can get a car camping spot, at least for one night. If not, I want to get like a backpacking permit and go backpacking. I'm probably going to be there a couple nights if I can do both. But anyway, I want to get there to Bryce as early as I can because it's all walk up today. I tried to book online, but it's day of, it's walk up. I didn't want to book in advance because I didn't know what days I would be down here. I don't want to be on a schedule. So I'm just playing things by ear. But anyway, that's the plan, heading to Bryce. It's about 9:30 in the morning out here. Anyway, I'm gonna flip this around, show you this view. This is awesome. This is a GoPro on a tripod, so don't worry, it's safe. I'm just no different than pressing a button on my GPS or my map, you know, or fiddling with my stereo. All I do is press a button on top of the GoPro to turn it on and press a button to turn it off. Really pretty country through here. Just overloaded. I was about 49, 50 miles to Bryce Canyon, where I started from this morning. Right now I'm about 30 miles away, so about another half hour I'll be there. Anyway, I'll check back with you when I get there.